to me. Here to react to this and much more, your favorite lawyer and mine, Article 3 Project founder, Mike Davis. Great to be on the program with you.
Thank you for having me.
Good, and I appreciate you making it work today. I know you're a busy guy. So I want to get your reaction to, quite frankly, more evidence, okay, of wrongdoing inside Fani Willis's office. It's, a house in disarray. How this process plays out from here, tell our viewers.
Well, this prosecution, if this evidence is true, has been corrupted from before it even began. Fani Willis, this Democrat Fulton County DA who brought these bogus RICO charges against President Trump and 18 co-defendants, illegally hired her secret boyfriend, unqualified secret boyfriend who has never tried a felony case. She paid him more than she paid other special prosecutors, substantially more than she paid other special prosecutors who actually had relevant experience. And then she allegedly took illegal kickbacks from this secret boyfriend in the form of these lavish trips to Napa, to the Caribbean, around the world. And then when people raised issues in her office about the misappropriation of government funds, it appears that they got fired. So there's retaliation against whistleblowers. This woman is corrupt if these allegations are true.
How do we get her
and
out,
as Marjorie Taylor Greene has said, Governor Brian Kemp, and Attorney General Chris Carr must order a criminal probe on Fani Willis because it seems like there is an illegal criminal scheme going on in the Fulton County DA's office.
No, you're absolutely right, but she's got to go. She should be disbarred. And she certainly has to be disqualified. So we'll see what happens with that February 15th hearing. How quick could the timeline be on this to be able to actually have some repercussions, some sanctions, potentially some state bar action?
Well, they need to move quickly here. And it seems like Governor Kemp and Attorney General Chris Carr are dragging their feet. They're trying to punt this to a committee that's not even set up yet.
They're a little swampy, though, Mike. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they can order a criminal probe right now. She needs to be disqualified from this case right now. These charges need to be dismissed right now because they've been tainted from the beginning with her illegally hiring her secret unqualified boyfriend. They need to dismiss these charges. And then if they want to bring new charges, bring in a new prosecutor.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous. Like, he's not even any good. It's so flagrant, okay? This is another thing because everyone's calling for her to recuse herself from the case, all of the above. Yeah, right, when pigs fly. She's not going to do that. Now the Georgia Senate is authorizing this full investigation like we discussed. What do you think they would actually be able to show or need to show to actually get her off the case? Like, talk about kind of the standard and what level or indicia of evidence and facts would need to be proffered.
Well, she has a financial interest in this case because she's illegally paying her secret boyfriend allegedly by the hour. So every second that this guy bills, her alleged secret boyfriend bills, and she's taken kickbacks from that, it shows that this case is illegal from its inception. It is corrupt from its inception. You cannot have a prosecutor with a financial interest in the case she's prosecuting. You know this, Kimberly. You were a prosecutor for a long time. You don't get a financial stake in your criminal prosecutions. It's actually illegal. It's unethical. It's what get cases dismissed. It's what gets lawyers disbarred. It's what get corrupt prosecutors thrown in prison.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, she should go to jail. I don't see anybody really disputing the fact. Like, this is her secret lover, boyfriend, unqualified. That's my favorite. And she's just like, okay, baby, let's go on Taco Tuesday date night. Let's bill those hours, running up the tab, eating tacos, laughing, having margaritas. I mean, I swear to God, I think that's what's happening. Check out those billable hours.
Well, this is how dumb they are. They actually have Fani Willis's name on his credit card statements for airline tickets. So how the hell are you going to run away from that?
You can run, but you're going to die tired.
This guy billed the Fulton County DA's office for 2 meetings with the Biden White House, including with the White House counsel, before Fani Willis brought these bogus charges against Biden's political enemy, President Trump. I mean, this guy built 24 hours in a single day. He built every
It's like
second in a
impossible,
single day.
right?
These two are corrupt. They're taking kickbacks. If this evidence is true, they need to go to prison.
Well, this is why people don't like lawyers when they behave like this. Like, oh, let me bill you for 24 hours in 24 hours. Like, that's like, oh, whoa. You know, my God. I guess there was not even a bathroom break. I mean, I don't even know. But, you know, this whole love us stuff is just absolutely bananas. I mean, she really thinks she's above the law. There's some serious, like, special shade being thrown against the rest of the country and the legal system. And the American taxpayers and the people of Georgia that she thinks she can do it. The two of them just run off into the sunset and try to put, you know, Trump behind bars. I can't wait for them to get the smackdown. Do you think it's going to happen?
Well, I think this case is eventually going to get dismissed because there's no way this case can continue when Fani Willis has a financial stake in this case. It's per se illegal for a prosecutor to have a financial stake in a case, and she does with these kickbacks from her secret boyfriend, allegedly. So this is why Governor Kemp, Chris Carr, two Republicans in Georgia, either one of them can order a criminal probe
what are they
right
doing
now. What the hell are they waiting for?
What the hell are they waiting for? Because you know what? Because he's pissed off at Trump because Trump has criticized him before, so he's playing politics too. He has no friggin' spine. And way back in the day, me, Don Jr., DJT campaigned for him, helped him get elected when he begged us to come there and did all these events. It's like, now, you know what? Pay attention to who's being best and who's not, if you get my point. Like, we don't need people like this in office. They're not doing anything for us. They're not America first, patriots or conservatives whatsoever. They show their true colors. But when people show you their true colors, pay attention to it. Don't be colorblind. See it for what it is. So let's talk about Judge Chutkan, another one who's just a piece of work in the D.C. case. Now, apparently, that's not going to happen. They're not going to get the March 4th trial date while the appeals court takes up the issue of presidential immunity. What is the substance of the law here, Mike, and what sort of time frame are we looking at?
So what we're dealing with is that members of Congress, through the speech or debate clause, are immune from criminal and civil prosecution for their official acts, including the outer perimeter of their official acts. Judges are also immune from criminal or civil prosecution for their official acts, including the outer perimeter of their official acts. The president is immune right now civilly because there's never been a criminal prosecution of a president or former president until Democrats brought 4 bogus, unprecedented indictments against President Trump. And so now these courts need to establish that there's both civil and criminal immunity from prosecution for their official acts. This D.C. Obama judge, Tanya Chutkan, is such a partisan, and she's so rabid and so hell-bent on letting Jack Smith and her prosecute Trump before the presidential election. Obvious election interference, that she was too dumb to even hold that the president is immune from criminal prosecution, just like members of Congress, just like judges. And she didn't even have to decide that. She was so rabid to get Trump, she couldn't even establish at a baseline level that there's criminal immunity for presidents and former presidents. So now the appellate courts need to decide this issue, and that's what has brought this case to a grinding halt as the appellate courts decide this issue, and that's why Jack Smith and Tanya Chutkan are not going to get their trial before the election.
Unbelievable, but that's another one that is just really flagrantly partisan and fomenting at the mouth. So now more broadly, cities like D.C. are seeing a spike in shootings and carjackings, literally in broad daylight. But it's, last on the left's priorities. What does that tell us? And we had a former Trump aide that was actually carjacked and shot.
Yeah, and he could lose his life, and it's just tragic. We have the D.C. City Council, these Democrats on the D.C. City Council caving to BLM and making it easier for criminals to commit their crimes. You have the Biden Justice Department. You have this Matthew Graves, the D.C. U.S. attorney, who has diverted federal resources to go after Trump supporters on January 6th while they turn a blind eye carjackers and robbers and murderers who are ravaging the city. And you know what? If you have a city that votes 95% Democrat, you kind of get what you vote for.
Yeah, it's very disturbing to me. I want to ask you though. By the way, we saw recently my friend Yolena Haba. They threatened to throw her in jail in that court. That insane verdict of $83 million in that case. Now we're waiting on the other case, a verdict in that, the New York AG. What do you make of all of this that's happening and going on?
This is all lawfare by the Democrats. It's election interference. They're two bogus impeachments. They're 4 bogus indictments for non-crimes. They're illegal gag orders, unconstitutional gag orders. That all backfired. They're trying to just disqualify Trump from the ballot. You know, in the name of democracy, they're going to take away the American people's right to choose their president. And that's all not working. So they just want to bankrupt Trump personally and bankrupt his business. Thank God the American people are seeing through this lawfare and election interference. And these Democrat prosecutors and these Democrat lawyers and these Democrat judges and these Democrat hellholes are destroying the legitimacy of the judiciary.
Yeah, they really are. And, you know, just even the other day with the stupid fake news, Alina's done a phenomenal job for the president and remains exactly in the position in which she was put. Now the case goes up on appeal, which is when you get appellate lawyers to handle appellate cases for the dum-dums and the fake news out there. And now we've got to see what happens in this New York AG case. And, I mean, I think we know what's going to happen, right? They're going to make a finding against President Trump, and then we'll see what the amount is, the monetary amount, and then that's got to go up on appeal. I mean, eventually all this, you know, feeds down a pathway to hopefully, you know, justice.
Yeah, I mean, what they did with Jean Carroll, she's just a total fraud. But separate from that, the fact that they awarded $83 million to this woman, her reputation is not worth 8 cents.
Oh, I know. And I think 69 of that was like punitive.
Yes, it was just unbelievable. Like $65 million in compensatory damages.
Yeah, that's what it was, yeah.
$18 million in punitive damages. It's insane. That is unconstitutional punitive damages that the appellate courts must reverse. And look what they did to Trump in these trials. They're not letting him put on his case, right? In the case against President Trump for the Mar-a-Lago case, where the judge said that Mar-a-Lago was worth only like $18 million, whatever it was. A tennis court in Mar-a-Lago is worth more than $18 million.
A toilet at Mar-a-Lago is worth $18 million.
I mean, it's just insane. This judge ruled against President Trump before the trial even began. No witnesses,
prejudged
no other
case.
evidence. You just have this Democrat Manhattan judge just decreeing that Trump somehow committed fraud when he paid back sophisticated Wall Street banks in full, on time, as agreed, with interest. This is lawfare. This is election interference.
Yeah, it absolutely is. But I think it's all going to work out. And I see the path of what's going to happen with the Georgia case, this E. Jean Carroll verdict and judgment, the award against him, and then, you know, coming up with this New York AG. But at least the D.C. judge, Tanya Chutkan, didn't get her way. You know, we just need to, like, take these, you know, one step at a time and just rectify the injustice and correct the lawfare and, you know, eradicate all of this out of our agencies that are really complicit in it. You know, whether it's FBI, DOJ, CIA, whatever, all of them, you know, nothing's off limits to make sure we get this done. I'm really, as a former prosecutor, just so disheartened by the fact that we have such corruption and such just, you know, political bloodlust at the judicial level, et cetera, and in these DA offices and AG offices, all against someone because they can't beat him in the ballot box. So they're doing absolutely everything they can. But as you've seen from the poll numbers, Mike, it is all like backfiring on them.
Yeah, President Trump's going to get his justice on November 5th, 2024, when the American people say that we, not these Democrat prosecutors and judges and juries and these Democrat hellholes, get to decide the next election. And we're going to put President Trump back in the White House.
Oh, we absolutely are. And then where are we going to put you? We're going to make you the AG? I don't know. I mean, I like our odds on any of this with you in charge. That is for sure. You know, a big favorite of this show, a great friend of ours, Article 3 Project founder Mike Davis. Tell everyone where they can go to learn more and get more of your brilliant wisdom.
Well, first, I want to be Trump's viceroy of D.C., and the carjackings would end in about 30 seconds.
There you go.
You can go to article3project.org, article number 3project.org, and thank you, Kimberly.
All right. Be good, my friend. Thank you so much.